Notice I didn't draw all these trees. What I drew was just the break to suggest where the edge of the water is. So I know the moon is going to be up here, and then the reflection will be down here. I'm going to mix up two colors. They're not staining colors. That's ultramarine blue and a little burnt sienna. I'm going to wet the paper, do this wet and wet. And I'm going to wet around the moon so the dry paper acts as a barrier. And I'm painting around the moon's reflection. So that's nice and wet. So now I'm going to go into my mix. Is this going to be too dark? We'll find out. This is my number 12 brush that I'm using. Usually it dries lighter because you don't want the sky darker than the silhouettes on the ground.
Doris, I lost focus. How much of an angle are you working on there?
It looks like 20 degrees.
Okay, so pretty steep.
Well, 15 would be fine.
Yeah, no, just it's running really nicely. So
yes, okay. It's my wooden block on the high setting.
Yeah. Thank you.
And I have a beautiful wash on here. I really like how this went on. I like doing it wet and wet. I'm just going to slurp up some of the excess. Now it's dry. So I'm going to take my synthetic brush and a tissue. I'm going to soften it around the moon because it's kind of overcast. So this is something you can do with ultramarine that you can't do with Winsor blue or indigo. This is lifting very nicely. And I'll do that to the reflection as well. And then I'll put the trees in. So I'm doing what I can with the lifting. And at the very end, I can use some white, some opaque white. I'm just going to do a little lifting here, leading up to the bank. Now I'm going to mix a darker color. I'm going to mix ultramarine with burnt umber, which will make a thicker, darker black. Here's, that's black. So this is ultramarine with burnt umber. So I'm going to start with a more dilute mix of this with natural bristle brush and put in the broader areas. The little bit I drew was right here. It's going to be a bit symmetrical, the reflection in the actual trees. So I'm not going to go too far up. So whatever I do above, I have to repeat down below. Okay, so now I'm going to start suggesting trunks of trees. I think I'm going to switch to a smaller brush. So this is a number 10 silver black velvet. Kind of roll it on its side here. Just drag it to get the bulk of the foliage. Actually, there shouldn't be any foliage because it's winter, but the small branches and twigs. And so if I put that in, from there I can drag down the branches to the trunk. Of course, I have to go down this way, and it seems like the reflection is longer than the silhouette up above. And just for fun, I'm going to drop in another color here. So maybe a little alizarin crimson, just to make the dark more interesting. And then I could also use a little, maybe a little burnt sienna in there too, just to warm this up a bit. So the twigs at the top of the trees or shrubs disappear. You can kind of soften them with just a damp brush. I'm going to do the trees up here now. This is a synthetic brush, but I don't want too much water on the page. I'm laying it down and just kind of moving it in a fan-like fashion to try to get the effect of this tree. And with trees, especially in silhouette, it's nice when you can leave what I call peekaboo spaces where the light comes through and it's not a solid tree. So here, this tree is still kind of wet with my first wash. So as I drop in the stronger color, it has a nice soft edge to it. And I think while that's wet, I'm going to drop in a little pink or burnt sienna, again, just for a little variety. Here I did the reflection of these trees before I did the trees themselves. So I'm going to go up from here and mirror what's down below in the water. So I'm doing this tall tree and it's going to go way up.
So you're working drier now, is that right?
This brush doesn't hold a lot of water, but it's still got a good point and it's holding enough to do these finer tree trunks. It's almost like I'm doing dots and dashes here.
Yeah.
And that keeps it light. Now I'm also going to take, I don't know if you have a rigger brush, a brush like this with a very long bristle. So I'm just going to dampen this. I'm just going to wet the tips of these branches so that when I actually hit them with the paint, it'll get blurry, just the way it looks as the branching becomes twigs. So you see how they diffuses. right, I'll just add a little more foliage over here. I always try to avoid symmetry. Got the moon kind of in the middle, so I don't want the trees to be too symmetrical. All right, I think I'm going to declare this done.